Welcome back, students. We are on page 40. This will be a short grammar lesson about the present perfect continuous. All right, so right now I don't expect you to remember all of this. We're just going to work on this introduction so that you are aware of it. So right now I'm going to read you this section and then I will explain how you use it in Spanish so that you'll understand the Spanish so you can change it to the English. All right, so use the present perfect continuous to talk about an action that began in the past, has continued over a period of time, and is still continuing. It is formed with have or has plus the past participle been plus the present participle ing form of a verb. All right, that's a lot. We'll go over that in little bitty parts. So let's keep going. Example: I have been planning my trip. So I have been and then planning my trip. She has been learning English. She has been and then learning. The prepositions for and since are used to show how long something has been happening. So you use for to talk about a period of time, a countable period of time, days, weeks, months, for sure. She has been studying English for 5 years. And since is used to talk about a specific point in time when something happened. So I have been living in Hong Kong since I was 3 years old. So since I was 3 years old means that when he or she was three is when she moved there. So we don't know exactly how long. We can't say for 10 years, for 15 years, because we don't know how old she is now or he is. So there you go. So I'll give you a couple notes. All right, so your subjects, this will be have and has. All right, let's move this over here. Let's work on this section. So your subjects in English are I, you, he, she, it, we, they. All right, so for I, you always use have. For you, you always use have. And remember, you is singular and plural, so I'm not going to put it twice because it's the same. You have. He has. She has. It has. And then you will say, we have, and they have. So only he, she, or it, when you're in the third person, he, she, or it use has. Everything else uses have. All right, so that's that part of the verb. And then, so this one, this part, the present participle form of a verb, just think of it as verb plus ing. Walking, studying, running, playing, reading. That's all it is. So verb plus ing. So in Spanish, how you use this in Spanish is when you say, like, for example, he estado estudiando. This is the exact same grammar as this, but this is in Spanish. So when you say he estado estudiando, ha estado jugando, hemos estado corriendo, han estado planificando, it's the exact same. So if you know how to do this in Spanish, you're following the same formula here. So this is have or has. been, and then the verb plus ing. So this is how you use it in Spanish. Right there. So if you need help, you can look in your language and literature books for that as well. So let's go to the exercises. We have 1 and 2 and 3. So let's finish these together, and then you guys can have a good weekend. So this one says to write sentences in present perfect continuous using the prompts. So when you say prompts, those are the words that are given to you. So we see Alice. Alice is the subject. Alice is she. So she, we need to use has. Alice has been, and then your verb is play. So playing computer games. There you go. That's your sentence. Easy peasy. Alice has been playing computer games. I'm going to move this down so we can see it while we're working on these exercises. All right, so let's do the next one. We have our subject, Jake. Jake is he, so he has been, and then watch is watch plus ing, watching soccer. Now let's give it a time. How long has he been watching soccer? So it's an amount of time. So 4, and let's say 2 out. So Jake has been watching soccer for 2 out. There you go. Our next one, Kate and Sam is the subject. So Kate and Sam. So this English subject is 2 people. That's plural. So it's they. So they have been. Your verb is shop. So shop, but this one is S-H-O-P. You need to add another P and then ing. And they have been shopping where? At the mall. Kate and Sam have been shopping at the mall. There you go. All right, let's go to the next one. Your subject is I. So I have been, your verb is read. So that becomes reading. I have been reading what? The newspaper. Now let's give it a time, a point in time. So since this morning. So this morning I started reading it, and I am still reading it right now. So I have been reading the newspaper since this morning. All right, so there you go. Those are your sentences. Let's go to the next exercise, exercise 2. It says, write the verbs in the correct form. All right, so this one is a question. So when you have a question, you need to move the have or the has in front of the subject. So for a question, you would move this in front like that. So it'd be have I, have you, has he, has she, has it, have we, and have they. So this one is Frank. Frank is a he, so it's has. So has Frank, and then you keep going with the same. Been attending this school for 6 years. Has Frank been attending this school for 6 years? There you go. It's just like that. So now we have Harry and Maureen. The subject is they, so have. So we say have been, and then living is L-I-V. Change the E to an I-N-G. Have been living in Canada since 2012. So this is a specific point, and this is a quantity. That's why this one is for 6 years and this one is since 2012. Number 3, Jessica is a she. So Jessica has been, all right, how do we do this? Play plus ing is playing the piano for 2 hours. So as a quantity of time. Number 4, I is have. So I have been learning English since September. So September is when I started, and we don't know exactly what time this sentence takes place, so we don't know the quantity. We only know the point, since September. All right, so now we have a question. So remember, for a question, we need to put the have or has in front. So we is have. So have we, and then just continue with the form. Been standing in line since 1 o'clock. So there you go. So that's section 2. Very good. Let's go on to the last one. We have one more exercise, and then it's time for the weekend. All right, so this says to complete the sentences. All right, so number 1, we have been eating in this restaurant once a week. Blank, it opened last year. All right, so we have been eating is the verb, so we need to focus on the time. Is this a quantity or is this a point? It opened last year is a point in time, so we need to use since. There you go. Number 2, Jennifer has been going to England every year. All right, is this a point or is this a quantity? 10 years. 10 years is a quantity, un cantidad. So 4. Every year for 10 years. So it's cada año por 10 años. Or para 10 años. Number 3, Bert and Susan have been friends. All right, blank 5 months. Is this 5 months? Is that a quantity or is that a point in time? All right, 10 years is a quantity, so 5 months is also a quantity. So this one will be for 5 months. Number 4, I have been living in this house blank January. Is January a quantity of time or is it a point in time? It is a point in time. So we need to use since. And Mr. Valencia has been a teacher blank 1999. Is this a point in time or is this a quantity? It is a point in time, so we need to use since. All right, there you go. That is the grammar lesson. I understand if it's a little difficult, it's okay. Right now, the important thing is that you're being introduced to different grammar so that we can start using it and you can be aware. So think about it this way. When you're speaking in Spanish and you use this, start thinking of it in English using this. I have been, you have been. So he estado caminando. Has estado caminando. Ha estado caminando. Hemos estado. Han estado. So when you use that in Spanish, think about that's the same in English. I have been. So that's it. I hope you are all doing well. I hope your families are doing well. I miss you in my class, but I understand we all need to be safe. And remember, if you need any help with the work outside of the videos, please, please, please send me a message so that I can help you. That's it. Have a great weekend.